Hi guys, so I'm just starting my Facebook Live here. I'm just gonna try something new here and do my video from my Facebook page, and I'm just gonna see if I can share this to my group here. So let's see, I'm just on my computer here just trying to see what I can do here. There we are. So I want to share. To my group. It is a very hot day today, so if you're joining me, let me know what the weather is like where you are. I know it's a beautiful day today where I am, which is really nice. Share on a group. Okay, so we're sharing, which is good. And I'm just gonna go so that I can see my comments over here, and then we're gonna get started. So I'm here today, ladies, to talk to you about keeping your relationship strong. I know our relationships can definitely take a huge toll when we are suffering with postpartum depression or anxiety. And that can be a huge struggle. Okay, there we go. I can see my comments if anybody's commenting. So keeping your relationship strong while you have postpartum depression and anxiety, I know it's huge. I know we don't even realize sometimes when we have postpartum depression and anxiety. I know for sure with myself, you think it's going to be one thing, and next thing you know, it's different. And maybe your partner isn't even aware of what it's going to be like as well. And later on, they're just like, whoa, that's not what I expected. So we want to keep our relationship strong, because this is just a big bump in the road. I know it's hard, but you want to keep your relationship strong so that down the road you still have that wonderful partner. Oh, and we have a low network connection. I'm hoping this is going to work this way. Okay, I guess it looks like it's recording, and then maybe it's going to post the recording when I'm done. Technology, hey, always learning how all this stuff works. So I'm going to get into my steps regarding keeping your relationship strong. So as you're joining me, feel free to say hi, let me know how things are going. So like I was saying, sometimes our partners don't even realize what we're going through, or we think they don't realize what we're going through, but they obviously know that something's not right. And we assume they instinctively know how to help us. And it feels like they don't, right? So it's important that our relationships are healthy, as I was saying. So I'm going to get some steps here for you. So one of the number one steps is communication. So making sure that you're communicating. Hi Lacey, thanks for joining. Let me know if you have any questions or comments throughout the video. So setting a tone for better communication is huge. Making sure we're communicating and letting our partner know what is going on, expressing what you need to say, And sometimes it helps by saying things like, I know you're tired, but can we talk for a minute? Or, I know you hate to have these conversations, but I need you to listen for a few minutes. Things like, I know you had a hard day, but I'm worried about something and we need to talk about it. Those are good ways to kind of start the conversation and, let them know that you need to sit down and you need to have a conversation. So it's very important to communicate with our partners. That's huge. And when we're communicating, finding those right words. So that's another important thing, is finding the right words, using the I statements. I know I talk about this a lot, saying, I'm sad, I feel scared, I feel alone, I miss you, I feel resentful, I'm hurt. These I statements are going to help avoid blame. So we're not going to be blaming our partners or blaming anybody else. And allow you to be more in touch with and express your own needs. So you're coming from your perspective, which is huge. So expressing, so these are some of the tips that can help with your partner, like if husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever you call your relationship. And I know I talked a little bit about in our group about my relationship with my daughter as well. So those are relationships that we can be strengthening as well, because I know when I had my second daughter, my relationship with my first definitely took a bit of a turn. So I had to really look at that and work on strengthening that. So if that's somewhere that you can relate, if you have maybe an older child, older children, that you find that as baby comes into your life, and as you're suffering with postpartum depression, anxiety, that can start to impact those relationships as well. So those are relationships we also have to think about as well. And some of these tips will work for both. Some will work more for just our partners. So expressing gratitude is huge. So just being grateful for the little things. I know that's been a huge thing in my day-to-day life, is just being grateful for whatever it is, and just expressing that to my partner as well. Thank you. Thank you for doing this. I really appreciated it. Whether it's like the simplest little things, like, I noticed you did this, and thank you so much. It's so important to express gratitude and acknowledge how challenging it is, even when it's difficult to do so. Saying things like, thank you for caring, thank you for loving me, thank you for being there. Just really appreciating that, and thank you for picking up the slack when I'm not there. And I know myself personally, when I've done those things, it's really helped my partner be like, okay, like, I am appreciated, and I will continue to keep doing these things and focusing on those things, helping you and working through those troubles. Just looking here. So keeping your partner healthy. So your partner may be healthier than you at this point, so we want to keep them healthy. So giving them that space to do the things they need to do to be healthy. So acknowledging that this is a hard time for both of you, and we don't want them sinking as well, and not being able to be there to support you and your child. So if they have things that they need to be doing to keep themselves happy, being kind of mindful of that. So not feeling for your partner, reminding them that, you don't feel bad about having to go do things for themselves, right? So remember, your partner needs to continue to do self-care items for themselves so that they can keep healthy. And that's so important, so that they're not falling. Okay, so accept conflict as normal. So in a relationship, there's going to be conflict, and it's just, perfection only happens in Hollywood, right? In real life, conflict happens, and so disagreements happen, and that's okay, and just embracing that that's okay if disagreements happen, and you need to work through them, and it's going to make it stronger, your relationship stronger for down the road. Of course, if there's things like abuse, addictions, unfaithfulness, legal problems, violence, that sort of stuff going on, that's a different issue. But conflicts, just day-to-day conflicts, arguments, disagreements, those sort of things are normal, and by working through those, it's going to strengthen your relationship. So those are normal things, and moving past those, forgiving, apologizing, that sort of stuff, it's going to help strengthen your relationship. And so just accepting that it's okay to have those disagreements. We're just working towards eventually not having so many, right? Or working towards learning how to deal with these conflicts. So that's my last. Okay. So taking time or giving space. So we talked about this a little bit, is giving them space so that healthy partner can remain healthy. So giving them that space to do the things that they need to be doing to remain healthy and strong, and to be able to support you. And there's a balance there, of course, them supporting you, but them also doing the things they need to be doing to support themselves, or to maintain their own self-care, exercise, getting out with their own friends, doing things like that, the things that they enjoy doing. It's going to be different for all of us, the fun activities that we or our partners enjoy doing. It's going to look different for all of our partners. So allowing them to do that. This is a huge one, especially for a lot of us who are stay-at-home moms, who may have partners that work out during the week. Learning to do things on your own. And that a big part of that is building your support system, but also learning how to do things on your own. So not relying always on your partner, because this is going to happen a lot. So it kind of comes hand in hand with the giving them some space, but also being comfortable with doing certain things on your own. So finding that balance between you. So just remembering that your partner is human too, and they need that sort of stuff, and just bringing that confidence up. And I know this is going to come from building your emotions back up, right? So that step is huge. Getting that support, emotional support, and building that back up. And then you develop more of a I'm awesome attitude, and get more confidence as you're going. We don't need to rely exactly always on our partners. Sometimes we need to remember that we can do things on our own as women. And as mothers, sometimes we need to look out for other support systems. So taking care of your own needs is huge. So our own self-care, right? So I've talked a lot about your partner's self-care. Now thinking about yourself. So what do you need? What do you need as an individual to take care of yourself? So taking breaks from your children, whatever that may look like. If you need a nap, doing that, getting that exercise in, getting that time for yourself, doing the things that you love. So those self-care pieces, I know in our group we have, I have some videos on self-care. I also have a self-care worksheet you can work through to make a plan for yourself. So think about those sorts of things. What do you need to do to take care of yourself? Because the stronger you are, the stronger your partner is. It's going to keep that relationship strong. So we talked a little bit about this, communicating boundaries. So communication is huge, making sure you have that clear communication. You're asking to communicate. And then communicating boundaries so that you have that in place. So saying no and not being treated like a doormat and those types of things. Okay, so it's a warm day out today, but I love being outside because we have such a long winter. So getting in touch with your internal voice. So your internal voice inside you and what it's saying, using your intuition. Really getting quiet, getting either, if you like to, into that meditative state, praying, mental space, so you can hear your intuition. And what is it saying? What is it saying that you should be doing? What's going on in your relationship? Should you be working on it? Should you be taking some of these steps to improve it? What can you be doing to help strengthen your relationship? And that step's going to take you going inside and really thinking about that. What can you be doing to be making this easier? Being patient but realistic. So we need to be patient with ourselves through this whole process. We need to be patient with our partners. And what is our partner committed to doing? So have they committed to maybe getting help for themselves if that's the point they're at? What have you committed to doing? Have you committed to getting help? Those are huge things to think about. Now, I'm going to go back. So focusing on your emotions. This is huge. So I wanted to say this one as the last step, because this is very big for us, especially when we're struggling with postpartum depression and anxiety, is working through our emotions. So finding tools to work through those emotions. If you have to sit in your vehicle and scream where you're not affecting anybody else and letting it out, if you have to write out things, journaling, doing all these kinds of things to release those feelings and those emotions and acknowledge what you're feeling. So are you feeling vibrant? Are you feeling okay? What are you feeling? Are you living with purpose and meaning? So asking yourself these questions. And if you're not feeling like you're living with purpose and meaning, if you're not feeling healthy and stable, then it's important to reach out for help. It's very important to talk about your issues and talk with a therapist, talk with a counselor, talk with somebody. I'm here to help you find those tools to help you have more of a healthy balance in your lifestyle, and help you with the tools that I've used through my own struggle with postpartum depression and anxiety, and through the tools that I've helped many of my clients as well with. So reach out if you feel like you could use help with a lot of these things. If you feel like you need help with a lot of that stuff, let me know. I'm here, and I'll put my calendar link in the comments. So if you want to reach out and have a session or a free call with me, I'd be more than happy to look at where you're at and see if we can come up with a plan to help make things easier for you. Thanks for joining me, guys, and if you're watching the replay, feel free to ask any questions, leave any comments, and I look forward to talking to you next time. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.